Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on Daybreak. Recent and ClashPresto. ClashPresto, extremely strong player, man, in our last tournament on Saturday last week. Oh, my goodness. Wonderful, wonderful stuff from him. Let's see. Did he end up winning? No, it was TSL5 who ended up winning the finals. But, wow, he made it to the finals. So, ClashPresto, phenomenal player there. It is going to be Recent and ClashPresto. And Presto is our orange Zerg player up here in the top right-hand corner. Bottom left is Recent. He is green. He is Terran. These guys are going to be battling it on this phenomenal two-player map. I like it. Looks like our Zerg opponent here, ClashPresto, going to be sending out his Overlord. Notice that Recent not working on his wall off quite yet, is going to be putting down his supply depot next to his mineral line. Going to save just a little bit of mining time there. Perhaps. We'll see how that's going to go for him. But Recent doing a lot of work already. He's already taken out Honeybear. Honeybear, an extremely difficult player. I'm going to just check the bracket real quick and see who Presto's taken out. Presto had to beat out Ethelon. And then he got a bye before that. But Ethelon, I actually don't know much about Ethelon. Let's just go check our registered players. Now, ClashPresto is a phenomenal player on the Korean server. I do believe he is GM. And here on the American server, he is just a master. I'm just kidding. He's phenomenal regardless. But, yeah, so let's see. Yeah, he did take out a master level player. So he's already done a good deal of work. Now, it looks like Recent does have his barracks going down for a bit of a wall off here. Barracks going down in great time. Standard timing there. ClashPresto taking his hatchery first here. So hatch first. We should see a spawning pool here momentarily. 200 min, and down goes the pool. And good scouting here. Looks like he is going to send out a drone scout as well as his Overlord. Should be making it to his opponent's base here in the next couple years or so. Units tab going to show 14 drones right now for Presto to 16 SCVs. Recent probably working on, I assume, his orbital. Yes, he is. Orbital command up and running here just a little bit, but is going to have a phenomenal economic position as he moves forward. ClashPresto, not too bad. He is kicking at his opponent's heels there. Actually, he's beating him out now, so droning up while his opponent making that orbital command, always a good idea. Spawning pool is about to complete. We're going to see some queens out on the field momentarily, and that is going to be perfect for helping him drone up even more. Queen and queen. Look at the timings there. Man, he has got that sucker planned out. Good, crisp timings from Presto. That is one thing we can always expect from this guy. Every single game I've seen this guy play so far. Very crisp timings. A very methodical player, and he knows when to put the hurt on his opponent. He knows how to look and see if they're making mistakes in their build order. Kind of one of those interesting plays. But Recent, one of those guys who doesn't make very many mistakes, so this is going to be an extremely interesting matchup here. Notice we do have a reactor factory here, so going to see a decent amount of Hellions. And the units tab showing 21 drones right now, 22 for Presto, 20 SCVs for Recent. So fairly even economies at this point, especially with those mules. Maybe a slight advantage to Recent, but not by much. Just the one gas at this point. Does have down his starport, however. So we are going to see, it looks like, a tech lab going down on the starport. Yes, indeed. So going to see even more air units from Recent. Love it. He did very well with those air units in that last game versus Honeybear. So it looks like he's going for the same type of build, but he is sending out his double Hellions here. Going to try and get some damage done. We've got a queen blocking the ramp here. We've got plenty of spine crawlers for static defense, and those guys turning around almost immediately. Going to wait for at least 2 more before they try and poke in, but you know what? All in all, ClashPresto appears to have this sucker on lockdown, man. Hellions going to cruise in here. Not going to get tons done with this many spine crawlers and queens, though. Nice play here from ClashPresto. He's really got a great defense lined up. Not going to cruise up that ramp. He did almost lose one of these Hellions. Is going to chase out a couple of these, stalling some mining time here. Taking out a couple of drones, but not tons, and is going to back out, it appears, with his remaining 2 Hellions. We'll see where these guys are. Looks like they are going to back out. Probably a wise move here. In the meantime, Recent is gearing up for his expand. He's got this command center halfway done. Oh, and there he goes again. Interesting play from this guy, man. He loves taking a double expand here, and he goes fairly slow. It doesn't take his second and third too quickly, but he uses a lot of mules as he moves forward. It's kind of an interesting play. Just one Marine. That's so funny. He never we haven't seen him wall off with his. Look at this. Hellions trying to kill these guys off. Oh, one more shot. Couldn't quite get it off. Good kill there from Presto. But Recent doesn't wall off with his weak buildings like supply depots. He walls off with these buildings that have a lot of HP and then just camps 1 or 2 Marines. He's only got 3 Marines here for defense, and then he just camps these guys behind the wall. Figures that's good enough, and indeed it is so far. Looks like ClashPresto going to be working on the destructible debris here at Recent's base, and Recent saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to kill off some Lings with my Banshees. Already picked up 3 kills. We do have 1 Banshee already going to make it over to his opponent's base, but Spore Crawler is going to be at the ready here momentarily, so great play there from Presto. Knows what to expect from these 1-1-1 builds and is going to be able to push this guy back. Or lady, I should say. Look at, that's not a guy. Hello, miss. She's got such a clear complexion. She's very pretty. Well, actually not really. She's got kind of dark eyes. A little bit scary, what can I say? But she is a Terran, and that does not matter. She's a cold-hearted killer, and that is okay. She doesn't have to be pretty. Looks like we are going to secure and expand. Recent going to be tossing down his orbital command here. And bringing back his Banshees. Nice looking defenses here. I think he is going to be okay for the moment. Let's just check in our units tab. 46 drones for Presto. Is securing a 3rd base. It just barely went down. A couple Lings here cruising across the map. But 34 SCVs right now for Recent. Now he does have another command center, so I mean, he can pump out a bunch of SCVs, but he's got double orbitals for a decent amount of mules. But still, he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get too far behind in that harvester count. Looks like he is going to take double gas here. I assume going to be going for heavy mech again, but we don't really see any unit-producing structures going down quite yet. Yeah, look at that. He doesn't have anything else. He's just pumping off of these 3 buildings at this point. But he is grabbing some Thors here. So Thor's going to be interesting. Notice he's grabbing that vehicle plating level 1. Got a good bunker set up. Yeah, I think he's in okay shape. Presto going to be taking down these rocks eventually. My goodness, these Lings are sure taking their good old-fashioned time. Is cruising in here. Look at this. Presto scouting here with his Overseer. Does see what's going on. I think he's probably feeling fairly safe here to take more bases, and indeed he does. Toss down a 4th at this point. I like this play very, very well from Presto. I think this is the appropriate response to this kind of mech play here. You want to take a bunch of bases, and then if you do have to trade armies, just be able to re-macro one as quickly as possible and try and trade as close to your opponent's base as possible. But notice that Recent going to be working. Look at this. It's a crazy thing. He's like, he's got his Thors at the ready here for these Mutas that are cruising in here. Muta's not going to get tons done against these Thors. +1 going to be complete on these Thors here momentarily. Oh, no, he's not. Where did the +1 go? I thought he was getting +1. Oh, he was getting +1 plating. My bad. My bad. Okay, but he is still going to be in decent shape. These Thors are going to be fairly tough with +2 armor. But he's got a great defense here for his 2-base play. Working on some more racks here in the back as well as some more factories. So he's definitely going to be sticking with this mech play. It looks like Presto's still gearing up for some harass with these Mutas, but doesn't have any more in production. Right now he's just producing Lings. No new real tech out on the field here for Presto quite yet. He is working on that +1 flyer attack. However, there he goes. He's grabbing some new melee attack as well. So he's probably going to commit to, I would assume, a lot more Lings here moving forward, and maybe even go for some Ultras. I don't know. Ultras really aren't super effective against mech, but we shall see in just a bit. Looks like Recent does have out his Token Raven. I love how he always, I mean, he gets a pretty interesting unit composition, but he looks like he's got this build very well planned out. It's one of those things that he tries to execute similarly every single time. He's got slight differences obviously for each map. I mean, he doesn't take his 3rd super quick on this map because the 3rd is actually difficult to take. But interesting position now for Presto is that he does have 4 running bases. He's got pretty dang good drone count right now, but not superior by any means. We've got triple mules here, as well as the good SCV count to the 59 drones. So all in all, the economies here are fairly even. The only thing that Recent has to consider is that his main is about to be mined out, so he's got to think about trying to take an expansion here fairly quickly. It's really, really important that he does that now. Oh, there we go. He's got vehicle weapons level 1 on the way, as well as plating level 2. But here comes a big attack from Presto. Presto looking to cruise in here with a whole bunch of lings. Yikes. Going to be setting up some baneling bombs here as well. Couple Thors here, bunch of Marines. Here come the banelings up against that wall. A lot of the banelings dying before they get into the Marines, but good surround here from the lings. The Thor's going to be taken down a lot. Wow, look at this! And all those Thors are still alive. I bet ClashPresto is scratching his head right now. What the heck? But Recent going to take this opportunity to start moving out. I assume that he's also going to take and expand behind this. I would like to see him start to fly one out immediately. I think that's going to be super important as he moves forward here, but going to be sending out these units out across the field. He did take out all of those mutas so far as well, and that is really going to be serving him well. Looks like one of these guys dying there. Going to be working on this creep spread, trying to slow down the spread of creep. Yuck, you don't want that stuff making it into your base if you're a Terran player. A lot of Hydras out on the field. Interesting play here. Hydra's actually not bad versus Thor. They shoot so dang fast, so if you can get them in position... Oh, these guys are not going to last long there. They are not on an A move. Not good, but here he goes up the ramp, and this is your big defense here from ClashPresto. Looks like Recent did pull a lot of SCVs here. He's going to have a lot of repair available here. A lot of damage being dealt, but he got to have these Thors focusing down the right units. The Roach is getting right up in their face here. But look at this meat shield of SCVs here. Is crazy train. And Recent pushing forward here is starting to pick up a little bit of an army advantage, I think, here. A lot of Roaches being spawned right now. Going to try and beef up this defense, but right now these armies are kind of split for Presto. Some are going to be spawning on the south side. Some will be spawning on the north side of these Thors, so he's going to have to be careful that they don't get just taken out one at a time. Notice that Recent doing the same thing he did in that last game. He's streaming units out across this map. Streaming Thors across the map. And down goes an expand for Presto, as well as a whole bunch of drones getting into this fight here. Not going to last very long. Got to get some heal down on that Thor. He almost died, but look at that. Being saved at the very last second, and so many Thors still out on the field. Looks like this one is going to go down. Oh my goodness, he's still alive. How did that guy live? Unbelievable heals going down on this Thor here. And now going to be cruising up, I assume, to the main. Wants to take out those tech structures. That makes it a little bit easier to force the GG. In the meantime, ClashPresto does GG out of this game and bails almost instantaneously. Recent showing a heck of a lot of strength, man. Beautiful play from Recent today. Phenomenal stuff. He will be moving on in the tournament, and my goodness, I am proud of ClashPresto. Press 1 if you're proud of, proud of Recent. Press 1 if you're proud of Recent, because he just took out ClashPresto, a phenomenal GM on the Korean server, and that is not an easy feat. Great stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Don't alt tab, always alt Starcraft. We'll see you guys in our next game.